guys, good morning from the pits. It's an early morning. We are currently warming up the car. Like I said, in the mornings we always spin the transmission in the rear end. So I need to get some temperature in the rear end of the trans. I don't want to be running on cold fluids. So running the 866 last night, we found the ladder. I believe I'm qualified 5th or something like that. There's an ET on this class. So if I run anything faster than like I think an 837, I break out. So that's good news for me. I'm gonna put a little bit boost in it, and I'm hoping to run it in the 850s right next pass, the first pass today. Spark plugs look great. Timing mark is in a good spot. It moved just slightly, which is good. But all in all, I think we're in good shape. The guy that we're running first round, he qualified with an 8.8 at like 147. So whether or not that's a full pass or if he's sandbagging, I don't know. But based off the qualifying run, hopefully it's gonna be a good run, or at least close. So I know I have to be really good on the tree to be able to secure this win. So let's go ahead and spool her up. Alright guys, I'm back in the trailer reviewing the data. As you just saw, I won my first round of eliminations. I did exactly what I needed to do as a driver. I nailed him on the tree, and it was a clean A to B pass in the car. Going back over the data, I'm now understanding where my limitation and back pressure is. So it's not high at all. So with CO2 boost control, you have your dome pressure is measured in CO2, and that controls how much pressure it takes to close the wastegate. Well, your CO2 dome pressure doesn't always equal whatever your manifold pressure is. So now I'm learning anything over about 18 pounds of boost and the manifold, I'm gonna need a little bit more CO2 to close it. So that last pass, I added 2.5 pounds on the dome, but it only actually gave me about 3/10 of a pound of boost. So I actually just increased it from my target earlier. Let's see here, my target wastegate target was 20.4, pounds of dome pressure, and I just set it to 26 pounds of dome pressure. So hopefully that will net me about 2 pounds of boost, if not a little bit more. I'm cool with that. Pulled the plugs out, beautiful. I'm adding 1 degree of timing. And then this next pass, if I win, I'll end up pulling the plug at the end of the track. That way I get a fresh plug reading. But everything so far is looking great. I mean, I can't believe I just won first round at TX2K. Like, that's a big childhood dream of mine. So a difference of last night and tonight, I mean, the air is obviously a lot different. Last night it was about negative 500 feet density altitude. Now it was, I want to say it was 200 feet. I can pull up the time slip real quick. So that last pass, yeah, it was right there at the bottom right. It was 190 feet of elevation. 198 feet of elevation. So whenever the air is not as dense, you need to make more boost to compensate. So maybe that could also have effect on my boost numbers. So I just added a little bit more boost, just a smidge bit more timing, and hopefully I can at least replicate the pass last night, if not go faster. So, I mean, that's ultimately a goal. Number 1 qualifier ran at 8:55, and my limit on this class, I cannot run faster than at 8:35. So I think for the weekend, no matter what, I'm not going to break out just because I'm not ready to push the car that hard yet. But I think I should have a good chance. And then also, just in case I'm feeling froggy, I got about 5 pounds of CO2 on the scramble button. So if it's a close race, I look over, there's a guy next to me, I'm hitting the scramble button. You know, if I grenade this shit, I want to win, man. This is crazy. From a guy like me that doesn't have really a big history in drag racing myself, I'm still relatively new to this. I've been helping a lot of friends. I've learned a lot through Brian's program. So I mean, me doing this on my own, it's a cool feeling, man. Like, I'm emotional talking about stuff like this, but you know, I would say I'm proud of myself. I don't want to seem like a cocky asshole, but you know, I'm pretty proud of what I've done with this car and where the direction it's going. So I think the next time I check in with you guys will probably be when we go up to the lanes again. I just need to focus on getting the things ready for the car. Got to get ready for the next call. So I don't know when we're going to be up next, but I want to make sure all the ducks in a row and we're good to go. So see you guys at the starting line. Well, as you guys saw, unfortunately that last pass didn't go so high. I got paired up with that Charger. The Charger makes 1600 horsepower, twin turbo, Motec, and it should have been on paper a pretty good run. I would have anticipated having an advantage on him. He ran an 880, so now I know I would have beaten him. But I looked under the car and we broke an axle. So this will be the first time that I've broken an axle with the V8. Oh, as you can see, it's kind of left the axle's left the check. Now, fortunately, since I have a spool, I'm able to still drive it since the spool, it doesn't give one tire more or less. It gives it an equal amount of traction, which is also how I think that the axles have lasted this long. Because I know previously when I've had an axle issue, it was because the LSD I had was going bad, so it would favor more on one tire. So unfortunately this is it. We are going to start packing up. It's 3:45 on Sunday, so we have a lot of packing to do. Get the car loaded up. We're probably going to take a few hour nap at least, and then start the drive early in the morning. Man, sucks. This is not how I wanted to go out. I know for a fact I would have had him covered. I even know on the tree, I went a 0.90 on the tree and he went a 0.2 something. So I mean, that on its own is a big advantage. Man, oh well. Now this is one thing that we knew was going to be an issue one time or another, because this is still the off-the-shelf drive shaft shop parts. So if you buy an 8.8 swap kit, these are the axles you'd be getting. This is regular standard stuff. Now I have worked with them in the past. I helped them develop the Turbo 2 swap for the Miata as far as the drive shaft and the axles. So we are looking at options as to what we can do for the rear end, because obviously I went a 130 60 foot last night. I've been multiple 130s now, but I really wanted to get in the car in the 120s, if not into the 1-teens. So this will be something that we're gonna have to do some measurements, figure some stuff out, and make a bigger axle fit in the car. So let's start unpacking. Well, we're already ready. We're all packed up. Got the car loaded, got everything else loaded. Oh man, it's been a real fun here. I mean, yes, I had issues. Yes, you know, there's a lot to learn. Yes, I've been really frustrated with how this event has been in the regards of the tech. They should have mandated safety on all of these cars. If you got a car that runs anywhere as near fast as mine or way faster, you better make sure they at least have their roll cage. I don't care about the certification much, because this isn't a sanctioned NHRA event, but in the same regards, I mean, you can't have a car that's qualified to go in the 7s that has a roll bar or anything like that. But the biggest gripe with this weekend has been all these cars that don't have oil containment, anything like you know, diaper or belly pan or anything like that. And I understand that that's something I need to get, which I already have. The problem is I need to relocate my steering rack. So that's actually something I'll be working on in the near future. We just have to get the pieces to do that. But in the regards of, my car only runs 860s, or in the mid to high 8s. But if you got a car that goes in the 7s, you got a car that goes that fast, it should have already been a requirement. And that's what pushed off this event so far in time. We were supposed to be guaranteed 5 qualifiers when I was only run 3 qualifiers. So I don't know. I definitely would be interested to come back again next year. This was an insane event. A lot of love to the Turtle. A lot of guys came to see this car specifically, which is insane to me. I appreciate every one of you guys. So we're pretty much done here, and we're all cleaned up in the pit areas. So that'll be the end of the TX2K 21 trip. You know, obviously I went out second round. Kills me, absolutely kills me, but I'm already in contact with the drive shaft shop, and we're going to contact V8 Roadsters, and we're going to make something badass. So I don't want to try to just put something as a replacement unless I'm convinced otherwise. I don't know, but I definitely want to go faster. So we're going to have to address this now instead of wait till later. So my friend Chase is lucky. My friend Chase's car is much faster than mine, but he runs no prep on slicks, so he's much more forgiving to the drivetrain than I am as far as a radial car and radial prep. So I'm jealous of you, Chase. I'm jealous. So anyway, guys, appreciate watching this video. Unfortunately, we didn't take home the W today, but we came to Texas. We had a great time. The car went fast, got a lot of love, and that's all I can really ask for, man. I drove the car back. Since I have a spool in the rear, it drives both wheels equally, so I was still able to drive it back. But I don't know, it's unfortunate. Anyway, when I get back home, we're going to take the car apart. We're going to pull the axle out, inspect it, and hopefully that's all the damage there is. Something tells me it also took up the hub. I'm going to insert a photo here of what it looks like, but since it broke so far in the hub, I would assume it's kind of damaged. So anyway, when we get back to Florida, that's when I'll see you guys. You guys have a good one. Thanks for watching. I'll catch you in the next video.